Hello, welcome back. If you are coming back, hopefully you are. Even though it's sporadic, my posting, hopefully you do still stop by and see the updates. But welcome back. Welcome if you are new. This is just my process of how I'm keeping track, keeping myself accountable to making sure that I become debt free and on my way to really building wealth. So if that's something that you would like to do, I welcome you to join along with me and we can do this together. So last time I believe I was in October. Um, and I know it's already the new year. Oh, Happy New Year! I hope it's a year filled with health, wealth, peace of mind, all the good things. I pray God's blessing over each and every person that will come across this for a great 2026. But it's January and yeah, we're gonna backtrack to November. This is going to be brief. That's my goal, to keep them brief and just basically have them on there as much as to share, but also for myself to just look back, have something I can look back and see the progress that I've made. Hopefully, that there is progress. Okay, so right now, this is the November 2025 budget. And as you can see, I think from um last time, this is much smaller. One of the things I'm very proud of was being able to keep food within budget. I think the 250 is a pretty good. Um, I started with 200, but I see over time that 250 is probably a better, more realistic budget for me per month. Um, yeah, give I put it at 750 and so forth, and you can see how it is broken down. Now, this one is towards what I was hoping to put towards my debt, mostly focusing moving forward. I believe in November I was still trying to cover some old credit cards that were coming out of interest free, but moving forward, basically, I know for sure December is all about my student loans. And if you want more details on that, I can certainly go over. Always leave comments if you have any questions. But moving forward, this is going to mostly be focusing on the actual um, student loans. Okay, so that was the budget. And the expected income was at 4,000. Um, and we shall see. Oh, and I was saying 4,000 because I was expecting for this extra money that was supposed to be, I don't know, the settlement thing that was happening with education. But it didn't come. So I think it's coming per quarter or something like that. Anywho, not to make this long. So as I've mentioned in the previous video, I think having something where you're listing out, even if you can get it off of your, statement, it's nice when you are inputting it, whether manually or um however, but something that makes you have to list out everything that you're spending really makes you very conscious of how much you're spending. I mean, so far in food wise, it doesn't help me as much because I'm like, I don't buy clothes, I don't get my hair and nails done. It's one of my only things that I would say splurge on. It's not even really splurge. It's not like I go for Starbucks and stuff like that. It's just overall, it's just easier to grab something and go for me, which I'm trying not to do as much. But um, yeah. So this was my spending. It is gonna be the same. Some of them are gonna be mostly the same, but one of my main area was food. Anything to mention in particular? I don't. Let's see. Oh, this one was a. That's my first speeding ticket ever. What had happened was I got to tell the story. Um, so I'm a school counselor, and but I work in the county over, not my county, and so they have a different schedule for the school in my county. And so in my county that I work at, we didn't have school. And so I'm driving a little over the speed limit, not that much, um, in a school zone, but I thought school was closed. And actually, there was no school actually happening. It was during when it wasn't like when students are getting dropped off or picked up. It was just during the time that they're in class type of thing. And so I didn't realize that my county had school that day because I had gotten off like super early from my job because it wasn't a school day for kids. It was like a teacher planning. So yeah, so that's how I ended up with this horrid $105. But anywho, that's my story with that. Oh, I started the GLP-1, so that's what this is about. And then I finally in December, I believe, um stopped the dental um plan, so that's no longer going to be something that I have to account for moving forward. And what else? Pretty much that's everything I spent throughout this year, and I had to repay my brother because I borrowed $1,000 just to make sure I paid off everything before the interest started coming back on one of my credit cards. And so I just paid him back. Because by the time I got paid, that time limit would have gone over, so I didn't want to pay interest at all on it. So I'm grateful for my siblings that were very helpful. So only $300 of what I had put for the debt went actually to, oh no, actually 400 went to the debt. Student loans. Good old Mohila. And that was basically it. So like I mentioned, this was a transfer from my old health saving. And yeah, since I'm no longer with the county, my county, work for my county, I basically I'm trying to use up and transfer it. And I mostly this was mostly for the GLP-1 that I had started. And if you'd like a video on that, I can update you guys. I can give a brief overview that right now there's not much that it's doing, but yeah. If you want more information on that, you can always ask. So this is what I get paid for this month, for the month of November, not this month. So yeah, that was it. And then if we look at the debt part, it went to 77,000. I believe last time it was at 79, something like that. So we're making progress. Small progress, but progress nevertheless. I finally paid off that direct loan. That was about $500. Um, it's so funny because I paid off 500, but the thing is still higher than when I first started because interest is a beast. It's almost like just pouring money in a black hole sometimes, but I just gotta keep consistent with it. I don't think so. All of the ones that I need to move, the money that I need to move over to something that's no longer under interest, um, was moved over. And so that's why this went so much higher, as well as this. So, but calculation wise, it was better for me to do a transfer than for me to be sitting with that amount trying to pay that off. So that's why I did that. But yeah, so we made some progress and hopefully, um, so since I'm doing this so much further in January, December did not look as great, but we'll talk in December in a different video because I don't want this to be too long. Thank you for joining. Once again, if you have any comments, questions, you can always let me know. And of course, um, if you would like to see what my assets are looking at like, because I'm mostly focusing with my liabilities in this video because I do have a brokerage account and IRA and stuff like that that have been growing. Um, but it's not financial advice. It's just how it's been working out for me. I can definitely share that if you would think that would be helpful. But yeah, thank you for joining. Comment, like, that would be helpful. Join along. Hopefully your 2026, one of your goal is to pay off that like I am. And yeah, thank you. Bye.